Boom. That's it. Mr. Jay-Z. Oh, has done it. Oh, I've got to give a clap, clap. Okay. Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Jay-Z. You're much taller.
Sit down. Sit down.
I thought you're much bigger than I thought. I thought
sit down, sit down.
I thought you were quite a small gentleman. I didn't know you were a tall fella. You're a good 6 footer, 6'2", something like that.
I just saw you back there.
Yes, sir. I know. But before we met, I was expecting a little fella to come in. Yeah, before we met before the show. How are you? It's nice to see you here.
I'm pretty good. This couch looks way more comfortable back there.
Yeah, well, don't complain, because you'll be back there in a minute, so just stop it. Well, welcome to the United Kingdom. I'm assuming you've been over here before, once or twice?
Once or twice, yeah.
You over here, you're going to be performing, you're touring, you're doing headlines and that kind of thing. You're doing Hyde Park, you're doing a show here, I believe.
I'm a big deal.
And then... and you're also headlining at the iconic Glastonbury Festival this summer. We'll take that pause out there. We'll make it more immediate.
Push it a little bit with the Pro Tools.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Glastonbury. There's been talk here that it didn't sell out as quickly as it normally does. They said because we have a hip-hop act as the headliner. Did news of this?
Yeah, I heard that. It reached the States, yeah.
OK, now what do you think about that? What's the deal there, do you think?
I mean, in the States, 100,000 people in a day is a lot.
Yeah.
But over here, I guess, is, different.
I think it's still a lot.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the Glastonbury experience, do you think?
Yeah, I got boots. Look, my pants are already, look.
They're already dirty.
My jeans is already dirty.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? You knew you were going to be on TV tonight. Why didn't you make some sort of an effort?
I'm going to wear these into Glastonbury. Okay. I'm trying to break these in.
You have your own brand of clothing, I believe.
Yeah, Rockaway.
Okay, so are you wearing, is this any of your gear here now tonight? Or?
Don't tell nobody, but no.
No? If you meet a homeboy like me over here when you're here, and you say, that's the kind of guy I want to see pimping my clothes, would you want to send me a box, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a kind of generous medium.
It's funny that you say that. I wasn't going to say that, but because I don't really know you like that. But I seen Ricky Gervais earlier.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And he was telling me about your weight. You don't look that big to me. I think TV adds 20 pounds. You look fantastic.
Thank you, Mr. Z.
I wasn't going to bring it up because I don't really know you like that, and I don't, these wouldn't embarrass you in front of your friends, but you brought it up first.
Will, can you come out sooner? Is that okay? He's always so nice to me. OK, you are a huge hip-hop star. You're a huge star in music generally, but I mean, I guess we talk about that kind of music. You've sold, how many albums? Do you know roughly how many you've sold?
1 or 2 or 3 or 50 million.
50 million CDs, I guess, is really the thing.
Hey, I have a feeling that no one in this audience bought any one.
No, I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I bought the American Gangster one. Well, yeah, that's okay. My stomach got caught on the desk then.
Ricky.
Hey, but that one, you have if you're having girl problem, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. That was a good song, I like that.
I did that with Rick Rubin. I didn't curse yet. I just, we was back there, me and Will, and we was talking about how you could curse on TV, and we really, we kind of like that shit. So, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Okay. I feel great now to get back to the interview.
Let me ask you about the sort of music you write and the way you put together. When did you first start? When did you realise that you wanted to... And I guess you started... It's fair to say you started as a rapper. You started, first of all, writing your own raps and trying to perform them.
Yeah.
At what age was that?
Early, like I was 9. I would write I would, just make beats on the table and write all the time. But I didn't know, what it was, because my mom, she told me, you know how your mom tells you stuff like, anything that comes in life, you got to work hard for it. But it was a gift. So it was easy for me, so I didn't really recognize it as a talent.
So because it came easy to you, you thought maybe this isn't something that I should... But you stuck with it, I guess.
Yeah.
So where were you born? You were born in, is it the Bedford-Stuyvesant part of Brooklyn, isn't it? And that's where Spike Lee came from, I believe. I remember talking to him once.
Absolutely.
Bed-Stuys, they call it, don't they?
Yeah.
And that used to be a pretty rough part of town, didn't it? I don't know what it's like now, but...
It's still rough. I don't live there, but it's rough.
Well, you would move away, of course. It'd be stupid if you lived there still, and you didn't have to, I guess.
They robbed me.
OK. Well, then I'm glad...
No, that's not even funny.
It's funny to us because we're a long way away from there.
They'll rob you, too.
Quicker. Try it. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what that means.
You probably would scare them if you did.
How rough is rough? How rough was it? I mean, we see films about New York and those parts of town. So, were there guns?
That's
was
the
it
part
knives?
that
Was
they
it?
make you know when they do like the cliche of rough. That's like the cliche of rough.
So when you were growing up, what kind of things did you see? Were you witness to street crime? You saw that kind of stuff going on around you?
I was partaking in it as well.
Okay, well...
no.
But before you started...
Yeah, I was, but not anymore.
Did you ever see anyone shot?
Of course. When I was 9 years old. When I was 9 years old, I sort of... the first person I ever saw get shot in the hallway. And, you know, I'm a kid, so, you know, we're running behind him. We ran up, and then we hear the gunshot, and the guy's laid there, and we're like, wow.
And he was dead?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking because he could have been shot in the leg or something, you know what I mean? I wasn't being facetious. I just thought... And then how did that feel? As a 9-year-old, presumably you knew that was around you, but did it have a big effect on you, or did it sort of...
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you said you got caught up in it yourself a little bit. You were involved in some kind of street crime stuff. What was that? That was just to make some money, or it was because of peer pressure?
Well, nah, a little bit of both, but more to make money. Money was hard to come by.
And you were looking after your mum, I believe, weren't you?
Of course. Well, not really.
Yeah.
You know, that's always everyone's excuse. I'm looking after my mom.
Yeah, but
She got a little bit, but I bought clothes.
Yeah. But it kind of looking after your mum because she was proud of the way you were dressed. Yeah. So it was a win-win situation. So how did you get out of that? How did you turn yourself around? Because let's face it, the majority of people who get involved in that kind of thing, it doesn't end happily, it doesn't end well.
I was lucky enough I had the talent. You know, I had the talent to make music, and finally, you know, I just said, you know, I'm going to give this thing a try. I'm going to put, you know, 100% into it. And, you know, if it, you know, nothing comes of it, I'm going to go back out there. That was my backup plan.
Yeah.
But
that's a great plan.
luckily, the rap thing worked, and, you know.
You know what I admire about you, and I admire the same thing about Will Smith, is you seem to have a lot of focus, a lot of determination. You work at what you do, you stick to it, and you work at it. I know Will works about as hard as anyone can work in his line of work.
I do, actually.
And doesn't he? Let us all know about it. But you know, you have the same thing. You have real dedication, and your business empire, we can call it that. You've kind of most things you've involved yourself in, you've made into a success, haven't you?
Yeah, being broke is a great motivator. Yeah.
But you're a long way from being broke. I mean, a lot of people.
But it's a great motivator. I mean, the feeling of ever that happening again is just, you know, the strive for greatness as well. You know, to do music or to do anything that's going to last after you. You know, for history. You know, that also motivates me.
Make it leave something behind.
Yeah, that was my serious moment. Y'all could put the violin on that. Let's get back to it.
Okay. All right, let me ask you about the kind of music you make, because I like what we would call, I guess, urban music over here, that modern hip-hop sound you have.
Well, hip-hop music is now international. It's actually pop music. It's reached that, you know, that's an old term.
What's your favourite kind? If we're talking genres, would it be hip-hop?
No. My favorite music is heartfelt music. I don't believe in the separation of music.
So as long as it's got a true emotion in it?
Yeah, I'll listen to Coldplay and listen to DMX, to 50 Cent, to Kanye West.
I like DMX.
You like DMX?
Yeah.
Hey,
too many players, not enough. You know that one?
No.
Maybe that's someone else then. I don't know. Do you ever want to make old school kind of music? For example, your stuff's fine, all right? But listen, you listen to the beginning of, say, a track by the Stylistics or Tavares. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Stylistics, a little bit.
Heaven must be missing an angel.
That's fantastic.
Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Boom, boom, shaka, boom, boom, boom. You see? You ever want to do a song like an old style song, more kind of melodic singing rather than rapping? You ever tempted?
Yeah, it's not good. The results are not usually good. But what we do in hip hop is we'll take the sample and we'll leave the person singing on it, and then we'll make up a melody.
Well, like you did with Hard Knock Life, which was
and
it's a kind of a brilliant new sound, a different juxtaposition that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do when you're performing? If someone goes to see you live on stage, do you have a show as well? Because I haven't been to see that many rap acts, and normally it's exciting, the music's great, but normally it seems to me that people just have the microphone and kind of walk up and down quite a lot.
Well, I can explain the whole thing to you.
Yes, please.
You got a minute?
Yeah, I'll go.
It takes a second.
Just take your time.
In rock and roll or any genre of music, usually people, I'm gonna do it a little quicker. Usually people play and then they get discovered in some band or some club somewhere. In hip hop, what happens is you make a record and then you put it on the radio and then that, the record usually blows up. If you're successful, right? And then they call you and you book a show and you're standing in front of a million people.
And you haven't got that experience.
You've never done a show.
That's
one reason. Two, a lot of times when the music is sampled, it's sampled as one sound. So there's no separation of the trumpet, the bass line. There's no separation.
So when you take the other track that you use as your bed kind of thing, it's already on a one note kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a 2-track. So you just turn it up. And when you turn it up, you lose a lot of it. Yeah. Right. So I have a band.
So you've got a live band kicking the
so
sound out behind you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And do you do any dancing?
You gotta go. This thing is incredible.
Well, I'd like to come and see you. If you want me to come out at any stage on stage and sing some of the old school like the Tavares for you, if there's a lull or you want a romantic moment, give me a call.
Okay.
Do you have any props on stage? Because last week here at the BBC, Coldplay played out the front and they ended it with a huge explosion of confetti. And that was impressive. I like that.
We don't have that much money. We're not working with that Coldplay budgets.
Yeah, it's a big budget.
It actually looked like they shot your tie off.
Is that a sexual euphemism?
No.
Are you flirting with me, Jay-Z?
Nope.
Hey, you're a happily married man.
I like this set.
Yeah.
It's like art.
Yeah.
I'm into art now.
What sort of art do you like, Jay-Z?
Damien Hirst. I have this. See, you set me that. Thank you. That was a nice segue. We're working together now. My last album, American Gangster, which you was listening to earlier, I heard it blasting from your dressing
I was
room.
listening to it.
I know. I said, I'm trying to beat life. This is very poetic. Get ready.
Do you need some piano for this?
A little bit. I'm trying to beat life because I can't cheat death. So
You see what Jason's doing? He's not giving it away for free.
So he made me a painting called Beat Life and Cheat Death, and they're together, but I separated them.
But that's smart of him because he knows you're going to want to have that because it's your work. It's
I'm not paid for it, though.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Yeah.
He doesn't give it away for nothing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you about your wife? Can I ask you a little bit about your home life? I know you don't talk about it too much.
Whoa. You can ask me questions, I'll dance around them. It's a
but
fantastic thing.
You're married to one of the most successful performers in her field as well, and the gorgeous. I've never met her, but man, I've admired her from afar, like we all have. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, in a very safe way, the beautiful Beyonce. So congratulations on that. Well done for a start. How lovely. I'll ask you one question here. Is it true, and I've read this, and it probably isn't true, but is it true that her bouteille is insured?
That's just out of line.
I apologise, sir, but I read this in the newspaper.
That's just so far out of bounds, brother.
But if
when people start talking black on you, right? You out of bounds, brother.
Yeah. I've been speaking right back at you, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. They make up these things. They say all kind of things.
Yeah. So it's not insured?
Not that, I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, if my bouteille looked like that, I would insure it.
Ricky said. Will she come over to see you at Glastonbury, Will she be over here watching you, or is she working over in the States? Well, Miss Beyonce knows is shooting a movie currently in Los Angeles. If it raps before, then she likes music. Yeah,
so she'll come over and see you live.
Maybe.
Do you like to have her in the audience when you're doing it, or would you rather your loved one wasn't there watching you?
The more people, I got to take it how I can get it,
So just as long as the numbers are there.
Man. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there.
Okay. What a pleasure to have you in the show. A real pleasure to meet you.
I had a great time.
Good. I'm very pleased
People
to hear.
say great things about you. I didn't think you would live up to it, but you did, man.
Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel flat and honoured. It's Mr. Jay-Z. Thank you, Jay. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was great, man. I wasn't taking the piss. People say great things about you.
That's kind of it. Thank you very much. Jay-Z, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go the hip-hop style. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Friday Night with me, Jonathan Ross.
Welcome to Alan Carr, China!
Oh, Jesus. That's about time, don't.
I've just been... Oh. Don't patronise me, Alicia.